Today, I want to share with you a secret. A secret that has transformed my life, empowered my voice, and connected me with each and every one of you. It's a secret that lies at the intersection of vulnerability, self-expression, and community. And that secret is, any guesses? The power of speaking. As someone who has always been drawn to the stage, I thought I knew the impact of speaking. But it wasn't until I faced a new challenge, one that forced me to relearn the art of connection in a post-pandemic world, that I discovered the true depth of its potential. Through my journey, I've gained 5 essential C's that have transformed my life forever. This is RV Lekisha, 11th grader, here to give my first TED Talk on the topic, the 5 C's of unstoppable voice. Before starting my talk, I would like to tell you all a story. In many Indian households, a similar conversation unfolds. Why so much talking? Where will all this take you? Does it sound familiar? As girls, we often face societal pressures to be seen, reserved, and not heard. But I was fortunate. My mom saw beyond the stereotypes, recognizing a hidden talent beneath my talkative nature. My dad stood by me, encouraging me every step of the way. Thanks to their unwavering support, today I stand before you, proud to be that talkative kid. Over the next 15 minutes, I invite you to join me on this journey as we explore how speaking has been the catalyst for my growth, my resilience, and my purpose. You know, I was born talking, and my parents were like, when will she stop? But as Annie Frank said, speaking runs in genes. And it ran in my genes too. You know, my friends, these guys, they've recently developed a talk-to-text system to handle my long messages. They just respond with TLDR. Too long, didn't read. And I'd be like, but that's the best part. Starting it all over again. My favorite hobby is talking. And my favorite sport is convincing others to listen to my talk. I guess that's what I'm doing now. I was once the undisputed champion of non-stop chatter. Friends and family would often wonder if I ever had a mute button. Spoiler, I didn't. As a kid, I talked to anyone, anywhere, about anything. From cartoon plot lines to day-to-day details and etc. While it earned me playful teasing and constant eye rolls, my mota mouth eventually became my superpower. Today I harness my gift for gab to craft engaging stories, deliver persuasive talks, and listen with empathy. Sure, I still test people's patience occasionally. But hey, being a connector, communicator, and a creative force is worth a few eye rolls, I guess. Okay, talking about the first C, I have a question for you all. This C is very important to even stand here and talk. Any guesses on what that could be? Yes, you guys are right. It's confidence. My love for speaking in front of a crowd never wavered, even when the whole world went silent during the pandemic. Yeah, even during the pandemic, when in-person connections were limited, I took a leap of faith and started my own YouTube channel. With no platforms Zero platforms to share my ideas. I created one. Although it wasn't a massive success with barely 300 subscribers, it was a pivotal step in building my confidence. Recording and posting videos online helped me refine my communication skills and find my voice. That small channel became my sanctuary, teaching me that every voice matters. But ironically, it was the one-on-one conversations that totally left me speechless. I found myself struggling to connect with individuals, unsure of how to translate my stage presence into personal conversations. It was literally like trying to fit a spotlight into a small coffee shop. I was in a place where I couldn't call myself an introvert too, because speaking in front of a crowd was very easy. Yet, I had only one option. I continued to speak, and I discovered a surprising paradox. The more I spoke publicly, the more confident I became in my personal interactions. And so, my confidence grew, bridging the gap between the stage and the person in front of me. But my journey to speaking is not unique. It's a testament to the transformative power of voice. Malala Yousafzai, a shining example who found her confidence in the face of adversity, challenging injustices, and inspiring a generation. But it's not just about me or Malala. It's about the countless individuals and how they found their confidence and found their voice. From the stages of TED Talks to the intimate settings of personal conversations, speaking has always been the universal language, bridging gaps and empowering connections. As I continued to speak, I discovered that my voice wasn't just a tool for self-expression. It was also a catalyst for leadership. That's when I found the second C of my life, captainship. I was the class leader in the schools that I've studied, not just because of my academic prowess, but also because of my loud and bold voice. Who knew being loud in class would finally pay off? Nelson Mandela, an iconic leader who exemplified the art of leadership through speaking. His voice, once silenced, became the beacon of hope for a nation. He taught us that speaking can be a powerful tool to leadership, a call to action, and a rallying cry that inspires others to join you in your mission. Leadership through speaking is not just about the grand stages that we see. It's also about everyday courage. IAS officer Surabhi Gautam, who spoke up in her joint family, pursued higher education by coming out of her small village and studying in a big city. Her speaking up that day not only opened door for her, but to many other girls like her. Through speaking, I've discovered my own capacity for captainship. So, have you ever had those deep, meaningful conversations with yourself? Literally speaking to yourself. It's definitely not a sign of madness. The ones where you finally understand what's going on in that amazing mind of yours? Speaking to myself has been a game changer for me. It brings me contentment, peace, and clarity. But it's not just about speaking to yourself. It's about being kind and compassionate. Take a moment to reflect on your own self-talk or the normal talk that you have with your friends. Is it kind or is it critical? Are you focusing more on your strengths or dwelling on your weaknesses? By speaking to myself, I've confronted my fears with kindness, reframe negative self talks into positive affirmations. What about you? What's the one thing you would like to reframe in your daily talk? Remember, Aristotle said, knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. Here, I also wanted to share a beautiful part of my life. Miracle, my gentlest yet infinitely understanding companion, defies definition. Sometimes it's a strong shoulder, other times an empathetic ear. Born from my darkest moments, this sacred space has been my steadfast friend through every up and down. To make it a little clear, Miracle is actually a name of a notebook that I own, in which I craft my own speeches. Yes, speaking for my voice has brought this notebook to life. My friends would teasingly ask that I'm ridiculously close to that book. I mean, they weren't wrong. Some found it odd or even amusing that I had named my notebook. But I knew Miracle was more than just pages bound together. It's a tangible reminder that I'm never truly alone. Speaking had gave me contentment in ways that I never thought would be possible. Before talking about the sea, I would like to give you all a warning. Speaking can cause excessive awesomeness. Unleashing my verbal expression ignited a creative volcano within. Words flowed like water. And guess what? I became a young author penning my own book, This Is Your Last Life. Maya Angelou, the word queen, knew this secret. She believed that speaking her truth, sharing her story, and using her voice was essential for the creative process. Using my voice, I unlocked a treasure trove of creativity. Ideas streamed in like Netflix. Today, what will you build with your words? A castle of creativity? A bridge to bold ideas? Or a roller coaster of jokes? Speak up and watch your imagination go from zero to hero. But there's a shadow that can undermine the power of the other forces. Comparison. The insidious voice that constantly whispers to you that you're not good enough can destroy confidence, stifle creativity, and undermine contentment. I've seen it happen to me and to countless students who suffer under the weight of comparison. When we look at it more closely, we'll be able to understand that comparisons are also a form of verbal expression. Have you ever heard those phrases? Why can't you be more like her? Why can't you get good marks like him? Does it sound familiar? All these phrases are a form of verbal expression. Words also have the power to destroy us. We forget that behind every success story is a journey of struggle, doubt, and perseverance. We compare our behind the scene moments to someone else's highlight reels and we feel inadequate. As we speak, let's avoid the pitfall of it and instead focus more on our individual journeys, our strengths, and our progress. By doing this, we'll be able to understand that everyone's path is distinct and comparisons can only diminish our own growth. As we've explored the 5 C's that I have gained because of speaking in my life, can you all see the prop over there? Yes? That's actually a mic. You know, this microphone, it has been my sidekick since childhood. I still remember the first time I spoke into one. It felt like magic. From that moment on, I was sold. I was obsessed speaking into mics. Not exactly this one, but usually when it comes to mics. So, what about you? What does it represent to you? For me, it's more than just a tool. It's a symbol for my passion for connection. I've held this mic in countless debates and discussions. Take a moment to reflect on your own journey. How has your voice shaped you? Today, I want to leave you all with a profound truth. Will you all believe if I say that our voices actually have the power to shape destinies? Yes, consider Boli, the protagonist of Khwaja Ahmad Abbas's timeless tales, who found her confidence and challenged the societal expectations. This is actually a story in my class 10th English book. Boli is a small girl with a lot of stammering. But speaking up was the only thing that gained dignity for her in the society. Research shows that speaking up can have profound impacts, not only on you, but on the society as a whole. Rosa Parks' refusal to give up her seat sparked the Montgomery bus boycott, galvanizing the civil rights movement. Tarana Burke's Me Too movement empowered millions to share their stories. According to the National Sexual Violence Resource Center, the Me Too hashtag was used over 19 million times in the first year alone. For instance, the Listening Project initiated by BBC brought together people from diverse backgrounds to share their stories and listen to others. This simple act of sharing and listening made people break down stereotypes and foster connections. Isn't it amazing? But hey, did you know speaking can be a superpower? It regulates our brain's regions, releasing endorphins and dopamine, enhancing cognitive development. Yet, speaking is not just science. It's an art. Every conversation is a brushstroke on the canvas of human experience. When we share our stories, we create a tapestry of understanding, weaving together diverse perspectives. The impact is staggering. Considering all the scientific benefits, it's also about the statistical data. A research by psychologist Albert Bandura reveals that self-expression through speaking increases self-efficacy and confidence. A source by the Self-Efficacy, the Control of Exercise book. A survey by Gallup reveals that employees who have open and honest communication with their managers are 2.6 times more likely to be engaged in work. A report by the State of American Workplace. A study by the Journal of Communication Education reveals that public speaking courses significantly improves students' self-esteem and confidence. As we unlock the transformative power of speaking, we tap into a profound force that reshapes lives and destinies. As Maya Angelou once said, when you learn, teach. When you get, give. Let's give the gift of our voices and cultivate a culture of understanding. So I ask you, what is the narrative do you want to tell? What is the impact do you want to create? Because your voice has the power to heal, to inspire, and to transform. So let your voice be the spark that ignites a revolution. Let your words be the balm that heals the wounds of others. And let your speaking be the testament to the transformative power of human spirit. In closing, I also want to acknowledge that my talk on the impact of speaking is not about labeling or excluding individuals with speech difficulties. Every voice, regardless of its sound or expression, holds value and deserves respect. Let's focus on promoting inclusivity, support for all, and understanding, regardless of how we communicate. But the message is to communicate. So, will you all speak up from now on? The choice is yours. Thank you.